Hi everybody, my name is Ivica. Thank you so much for joining me on my latest video. This time I'm going to showcase a game for you, but an aspect of a game that's called Dealey Plaza Paintball, which is not actually a game. It's a virtual tour of the place where JFK got assassinated. So it's a kind of a historical interactive experience where you can see the precise location, the set of several buildings and spaces where this super historic event happened that actually shaped the US future, the future of the US as much as the future of the entire world. So definitely the biggest historical assassination in the modern times, and also, like I said, a super important event that's still resonating in the world we live in, even though more than 50 years have passed since that day in Dallas, Texas. Now, you can get Dealey Plaza from Steam. I'll leave a link in the description below, and you can experience the whole deal through VR. That's super important as well. So let's check it out. I'm not going to experience it in VR. I'm playing on a PC, but if you have a VR headset, the experience will be much more immersive and poignant. So I'm going to go with standard mode, and the game is loading. And we're in the game. We're actually in the Dealey Plaza where everything took place. As you can see, there is the limo that was holding the first family, more precisely JFK and his wife, on that fateful day. Now, if we check this out, we can see that a lot of these places are actually labeled. So these make it much easier for anyone to kind of navigate and to figure out where they're located at. So we see that this is the main street, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and we'll go into or towards the location of the shooting and every other important landmark that was there. So all of this would be in VR, and it would allow you to actually fully be there. Now, here we are. This is the memorial, and this is, I'm pointing to the actually important place, the sniper's nest, from which Lee Harvey Oswald took those incredible almost 1 in a million shots that killed President JFK. The same shots are something that people have been trying to disprove for some time, and the alternative explanation, or let's call it a conspiracy theory, because everything points that it is a conspiracy theory, points towards here, the grassy knoll. So let's go over there. Now, according to the conspiracy, this is where the actual kill shots came from. A shooter was hiding here behind or on the grassy knoll, and he or she or whoever actually took the shots that killed JFK. They didn't came from the Book Depository, which is this building, Texas School Book Depository, but they came from the grassy knoll. So this is just one of the important landmarks. There are also additional ones. We're gonna see them soon enough. They also include the place where the perpetrator, the Lee Harvey Oswald, was kept, and where he was later killed by Jack Ruby. So these are the train tracks that lead. They were positioned at the overpass, where you can see that the car should have driven through, or it did drive through, but only after the actual attack, the assassination, took place. So let's check out the Book Depository once more, or in larger detail, greater detail. You can see there are additional buildings. All of them were key on that fateful day, not in the sense that they played a role, but they stayed a part of the US and world history by simply the act of being there. So here's the Book Depository. This would be the main entrance, and this is the actual sniper nest. I believe that this location was the window from which the shots took place, and where actually Lee Harvey Oswald managed to complete something that experts on marksmanship called an incredible achievement, because if I'm not mistaken, he managed to fire something like 3 shots in a super rapid succession, managing to, as we know, score a direct hit in JFK, which immediately created lethal wounds. So here is the name of the street. Here is again the limo driving by, and this, well, it's a piece of history. It's a piece of terrible history, a really incredibly painful part of history for so many people in the US, actually so many people around the world, because JFK was seen as a figure who was, for lack of a better term, hell-bent on reforms, and also a figure who wasn't a hawk. There are plenty of theories that state that the Vietnam War wouldn't happen if JFK survived, or at least not in the form it did now in our present and real timeline, which is also pretty disheartening, especially for so many people in the US who lost somebody in the war, and especially for so many people in Vietnam and neighboring countries like Cambodia. All in all, as you can see, this game, this virtual tour, represents a really incredible ability, provides a really incredible ability for you to see the place, the moment where JFK got shot in VR. So if you're interested in history and these kinds of related tales to the actual assassination of JFK, you should check out this game or this VR experience ASAP. Link is in the description below. Use it, check it out on Steam, and try it out, especially if you have a VR headset. I bet you're going to love it. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ivica. I'll be seeing you on my next video. Until then, stay clear of the grassy knoll. Bye bye.